So the latest just in, the total income for the tourist accommodation industry has increased by 95.5% in October 2021 as compared with October 2020. This is according to the latest data from Stats SA released this morning. So the latest numbers show that there has been an improvement in accommodation income, and this is attributed to an increase in domestic travelers. There's been an improvement in income from However, I beg your pardon, the National Accommodation Association of South Africa has said about 90% of small lodges and guest houses may soon have to shut their doors due to the number of booking cancellations. For more on this, we're joined by Ms. Rosemarie van Staden, Chairperson of the National Accommodation Association of South Africa. A very good afternoon to you, ma'am, and thank you so much for joining us. So there seems to be a disparity between what it is that your association is saying and the latest figures that have come out from Stats SA this morning. Please paint a picture of what it is that you have experienced on the ground.
Good afternoon. Yes, well, Stats SA, they calculate their stats on a different way that we calculate our stats. So October was a better month for the industry, and November was a slightly better month. But December is a very, very bleak month for us all due to the COVID restraints and due to the uncertainty that the people don't know what is going to happen. A lot of guest houses will not be able to carry on with business after this end of season. So it's a sad situation that we are facing.
I can tell that this is quite heavy on you. As you mentioned, 90% of small lodges and guest houses may soon have to shut their doors. I wonder, in terms of a turnaround strategy, is this the end really, or can something be done, especially when you focus on domestic tourism and maybe lowering the prices so you have access on a wide range?
Lowering the prices will not be possible. In 4 years, 99% of the guest houses that are members of our association haven't lifted their prices. So lowering is not an option. Our staff members haven't had increases perhaps. Some of them didn't get increase. Some of them are working on very low scales at the moment. Some of them are being retrenched. Some of them won't have to come back after December because there's no business. So lowering the prices is not an option. Government support there's no government support at all. The TERS haven't been paid out ever since. The people are struggling. Every time if you get logged in, there's another story. So they don't want to help us, to help our staff and our members to carry on. Another big problem is the municipalities, the COGTAs, that they keep on with this ridiculous high rates and taxes that we must pay on commercial rates, but we don't have business. But the rates and taxes stays exactly the same. So this year, a lot of our staff don't have a present under the tree. They will go home without bonuses and without Christmas presents. And this is the saddest part of having worked a year and there's no bonus. We hardly survive.
Which parts of the country have been particularly hit?
The whole of South Africa has been hit. KZN and the Cape Town area's got a little bit more business at the moment. But as you know, with the Zoom meetings that came in, a lot of us lost our domestic travel. So the people rather spend time at home than travel to go to guest houses or lodges to do their meetings. So this is also having a terrible effect on us.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you this question one more time, please. Is there nothing that can be done? Some of these guest houses and lodges are institutions on their own, having been around for a number of years. Is this it?
Well, If I had a crystal ball, I would be able to tell you what we can do. We tried all the alleys. As I say, we can't lower our prices anymore. The only thing that we now can hope and pray for is that you will get a buyer that come and see the potential of carrying a well-established guest house with a superb name, that are star graded, that are clean, that are doing all the protocols. We just can hope there will come some investors that see the value, that can invest in our pensions that we did put into our houses and our children's inheritance that we are going to lose. You know, the banks, that also nobody can help us anymore. So we don't earn salaries like governmental people that are assured of their salaries. And I must admit that government haven't done their part to support us this year, not according to my stats with my members that we have on board.
Ma'am, if we talk numbers, just how many people face the prospect of being without a job?
This is very difficult for me to say. We will be able to tell that more closer to year end. But if I speak at the moment, I think 40% of the guest houses will not have their staff returned after the year end.
Ms. Rosemarie van Staden is the chairperson of the National Accommodation Association of South Africa. Thank you, ma'am, for your time this afternoon.